Welcome to the Arab-British Economic Summit, a shared vision for the Arab world and the United Kingdom. I'm Karina Kamel from Al Arabiya News Channel, and I'm delighted to be here today to host this important event. Excellencies, ministers, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining us in what is expected to be a packed day of talks and networking, where we hope that you will build new relationships and strengthen existing ones as we work towards the shared vision for mutual prosperity. To set the agenda for today's summit, we have a very distinguished panel who we will be hearing from very shortly, including the event's strategic sponsor, the Kuwait Chamber of Commerce of Industry, represented by His Excellency Mr. Ali Al Ghanem. But first, allow me to introduce the Right Honourable Baroness Symons of Vernham Dean, Chairman of the Arab-British Chamber of Commerce, who, as many of you will know, also served as a minister in the UK government, where she served as Minister for the Middle East, Minister for International Trade, and also the Prime Minister's envoy for the GCC. Baroness.
Well, thank you very much indeed for that very kind introduction. But can I say what an enormous pleasure it is to see you all here today. We've had such a tremendous response to this summit, and it is a summit which we felt was necessary to get together in order to ensure that we give as much impetus, as much support to the business relationship between the Arab world and this country. We, of course, in this country, as you will know, are going through an interesting time. You will all have been listening to the news, I'm sure, this morning about what is happening with our European friends. But we believe that, irrespective of that, what our job in the Arab-British Chamber is to ensure that we bring together the business leaders, the youth, and the huge potential that there is in the Arab world to ensure a future for those young people. So in arranging this summit, we've brought together ministers, we've brought together business leaders, company executives, exporters, and of course investors from around the whole of the Arab world and from every region of the United Kingdom. And our Secretary-General has been brilliant in ensuring that we have got so many of the representatives from each part of the United Kingdom. The Arab economies are, of course, growing. There is a strong youthful element, and that strong youthful element has huge ambitions for the future and needs to be offered the opportunities, as indeed young people in this country need to be offered the opportunities for the future. So it is wonderful that we have His Royal Highness here, that we have ministers, business leaders, and all of you giving support to those endeavours. But we in the Chamber have something a bit more special as well, and that is our hugely welcome new addition in the form of our new Secretary-General, Mr. Banda Reda. In the short time that Banda has been with us, he really has made a huge impact. He has real vision for what can be done between this country and the Arab world, and that is reflected in the way that he has put this summit together. This has been his project, and I think you will agree that by the attendance here, it shows how much real support that Banda is going to have in the future. For my part, as the chairman, I am delighted that he has joined us. I'm delighted with his vision for the future. I'm delighted with the way that he has got off to a flying start as our new Secretary-General. May I now introduce our new Secretary-General, Mr. Banda Reda. Banda, please come and say a few words.
Well, thank you, Liz. Your Royal Highness, Your Excellencies, Lords, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it gives me a great pride and pleasure as the CEO and Secretary-General of the Arab-British Chamber of Commerce to formally welcome you today to this Arab-British Economic Summit. I express my thanks to all of our strategic partners, sponsors, delegates, exhibitors, as well as friends and their supporters. In conclusion, I conclude, let my acknowledgement to everyone who has worked so hard over the past few weeks to organize this economic summit. We have a great team, and all our contributions have been essential. Finally, I wish all delegates a successful summit. Thank you very much, and welcome. Karina.